Welcome to Poop Talk, where discussing bodily functions can help keep you regular. And now your hosts, Myrishka and Ashley.
Welcome back to our crappy show.
Our Poop Talk show, Ashley. Poop Talk.
Glad you could join us. And today we're going to be talking about the different senses of poop.
Yes, previously we discussed how it should look. Today we're going to talk about how it should feel. Not going to touch it.
But first we're going to discuss how you know you really had to go to the bathroom.
You know, when you have that feeling like you've been punched in the gut, so you run to the bathroom hoping you make it in time. Here's a top 10 list of times you knew you really had to go.
Number 10, when you do a courtesy flush for yourself.
Number 9, when you leave the restroom, you shamefully try to avoid eye contact with the person entering.
Number 8, when you leave the restroom, you lied to the person entering, saying, "It smelled like that before I went in."
But did it really? Number 7, when you're crop dusting all the way to the bathroom, sounding like a small plane sputtering out of gas. Almost there.
Number 6, when you're on the potty and you begin to rethink your life choices, like maybe life itself.
Number 5, when you're having such an intense bowel movement that you begin going through the 5 stages of loss: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and finally, acceptance. Number 4, when you're in a public restroom and don't care that there are many other fellow patrons, so you let it rip, just let it all out, followed by sounds coming from your stall, which can only be likened to a reenactment of the Battle of Gettysburg. Battle poops, anyone?
Number 3, when you're pooping and it splashes back up on you. And you're in a porta potty. Number 2, when you turn around to flush and yet you're not sure if you should repent or simply just bow your head and say a prayer.
And number 1 of the top 10 list of times you really knew you had to go, when you enter the public restroom wearing underwear, but then when you left it, you were not. Then you know you really had to go. To those of you out there who maybe go through that, self-conscious about it or shy about it, don't be. Like, if you have IBS or some of the other things that can cause that sort of moment, look into gut health, because we're all about good poops, and that is something that we've learned is you can begin to slowly heal your gut and not have to go through so many of those moments. If you or anyone you know struggle with IBS or any of those type of symptoms, or even just have trouble going to the bathroom, like I haven't pooped in 3 days, or I have to run and almost don't make it every time, shoot us a message. Let us know. Tell us what you're going through. It may be time to start your gut health journey. It has made a tremendous difference in my life, and obviously with her weight loss pictures you've seen in a previous video, obviously it's made a difference for hers. Now we are going to go over how poop should feel. So you know how it should look, but we're going to give a brief description of how a healthy poop should feel.
So it wants to be like hard, but like also like not like super hard that, you know, it hurts to coming out.
Softer side, but like
Yeah.
Niagara Falls shouldn't be coming out of your bunghole.
Pretty much. It basically wants to also like look like a long like S-shaped. And that basically says that you're also eating enough fiber and honestly that you're drinking enough water. So get your fiber in and be gulping that water down.
So to add on to our fun list, I'm going to share a story of a time that I really had to go. Was going out with this guy on my lunch break, and we went to this hole-in-the-wall pizza place, and it was pretty cool. And I love pepperoni and jalapenos on my pizza, but they loaded it with the jalapenos. And like, I don't want to be lame and just like take the jalapenos off, so I ate them. Like, it's totally cool. I'm cool. I can hang. So while we were still sitting there talking, it was coming out like right now. And they didn't have a bathroom there. And so we had to go. Like, hey, I really need to get back to work. Let's go. And so we're driving back. It's a 5-minute drive. I am clenching the whole drive. Like, absolutely clenching. And I barely even said bye to him.
Bye, Felicia.
I had to rush out the car. Like, okay, bye, see ya. And I ran back into work, and they're like, what's wrong with you? I did make it, barely. It was really intense. Never going to eat that many jalapenos at once. Turns out I can't hang. So leave your story of a time you really had to go in the comments
True confessions
below.
right there. True confessions.
Love you guys.
At least you have long enough arms to do that.
Whoa. Hostile work environment.
Hold on, let me get it. What about this side?
I don't really try. So this goes like
Welcome back to our crappy show.
Yeah, we do, because I'm still doing.
Well, quit doing.